What is up, you guys? My name is Danny with the fat ass.
My name is Irma with the big ass titties.
And this is
Let's Talk Pendejadas.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode. As you guys can see, Irma went ahead and got her hair.
Thanks.
And for the ones that are listening, Irma got her hair done.
Honestly, I feel like a bad bitch. I honestly can't help myself from looking at myself at the TV because I low-key feel so gorgeous. Besides my hair, as you notice, Danny is wearing the Lady Gaga shirt. So if you guys haven't seen his video, he literally vlogged him going to the concert and shit. And you guys,
yeah, this was my first ever going to a Lady Gaga tour. They call it her balls because balls. No, but on some serious note though, this was my very, 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 very first time going to a Lady Gaga concert. I remember when I was niño, I would have begged my mom to go to a Lady Gaga concert and she would be down, but it was just very large amount of money back then, so it wasn't really oh fuck, he can't go alone, so it's either I pay for both of us or he doesn't go. You know what I mean? You guys just check out my YouTube video. I'll leave the link down below. Yes. It was such an amazing video. My emotions were poured into that video. I was just so excited. And I was also being made fun of from the way that I was dressing, but a lot of people don't understand.
They don't. That's fucked up. Fuck y'all for saying that kind of shit, honestly.
I didn't really give a fuck. It was just very much they were calling me Patrick Star or Dora. I don't really care. But I just thought it was such a vibe because I was wearing green and then pink, and it was just very much chromatica colors. A lot of people don't understand, but I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Fuck them fucking hater ass bitches. If you guys are gonna comment and give me views, and I guess that's good, right?
But yeah, it was such an amazing time. I ended up getting back my sty. For some weird reason. I was taking care of it for a very good time, and then afterwards it just kind of popped up again. And now here I am taking care of it. And honestly, for most of the people that were giving me recommendations about what to do, I did absolutely everything,
dude. There was literally every single night try something new, or even back to back. Okay, this isn't working. Let me try something else.
I would do the manzanilla. I would do the cucumber, the potato, the just warm cloth. What else?
I don't even know.
I tried cum juice in my eye. I think that made it worse, but
you know
whatever.
What has been helping with the inflammation though is the little blue ball thingy that you have.
Yeah, I've just been putting a heat on my eye and just hoping for it to go away. Right now my eye is so dark it looks like I got punched in the fucking face, but I'm just kind of over it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kind of over it. I just can't deal with it anymore.
Aww, but it's okay. You still look gorgeous, friend.
But before we get started, of course, we're gonna do our segment,
Wine of the Week. We're back to wine, guys. It's been a fat minute since we haven't had wine. So
yes. So today I actually went to Northgate and I saw my little friend Snoop Dogg,
my little daddy.
But I have heard so many things about never trying celebrity wines or celebrity alcohol. I don't have a problem with it. If you have a problem with it, you're a little too professional. And honestly, as long as you could get drunk and these celebrities can get me drunk, that's all I give a fuck about.
Exactly. At the end of the day, fuck it.
Yeah. So today we got Snoop Dogg's wine. It's 19 Crimes Cali Rosé. It is just a rosé wine. The only it says 10.5% of alcohol.
Oh my gosh, that just made me gag.
That's all we know. So let's go ahead and pour it, ladies.
Fuck yeah. And I like how it's pink.
Well, it's rosé, babe. Okay, so I'm going.
Go.
Here you go.
Thank you. We actually just came from Disneyland too, and I'm surprised we're filming.
Yeah, we just came from Disneyland. I'm so exhausted, but I was like, you know what? I have some good ass cheeseman to talk about today, and we kind of just need a little bit of sip of wine to relieve the stress of my feet.
Exactly, and apart from that, even after this, we're gonna be fucking smoking shit.
Yeah. So okay, well, cheers.
Cheers. Wait, not me dropping it.
Okay, it's giving very sweet. Oh, you don't like it?
You're like, oh, what?
No, it smells like sweet, like what rosé would smell like.
Bitch,
you know
I smell just alcohol. What the fuck? I'm just very sensitive.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually not that bad.
That's actually not that bad.
I'm just being
Snoopy
extra.
dog.
Oh my god.
You dog. You made this so good. You want a Snoopy? You want a Scooby snack?
Not the Scooby dog. Come on, Shaggy.
But no, I genuinely kind of like it. Like,
yeah, it's not. Hold on, I need a second sip. Hold up. Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not. I'm just being extra, you know?
Like, what does it taste? Does it taste like something familiar that you've had?
No. It just tastes like watered down, like, juice.
But we'll keep drinking it.
Let's
Maybe
see
like
where
that
you'll
you'll get drunk.
I know, right? Honestly. But it's not actually that bad. So, I mean, of course, before we continue on with the episode, we want to go ahead and give a thanks to one of our listeners.
Muchas gracias por escuchando nuestro podcast de Chupo la Chicha al Reto.
Te amo mucho.
And now we will go ahead and start. If you guys have been staying on our podcast and been listening to every single motherfucking episode,
as you should,
you are a motherfucking real one. And we are coming back to you with horror stories of retail part 2.
Bitch, because you know what? I feel like the stories that we were mentioning, like in the first episode, like
they
it's
were
just
soft.
not enough.
Yeah,
it
were
wasn't
soft.
enough. They're very soft, and like, you know, I've had plenty of fucking jobs. I don't know about you too.
I've just had a lot of customers, and it's just kind of like, you know, it's not even about customers anymore. It's also like employees, and I want to talk to you guys about having a very respectful, like, environment with your coworkers and stuff like that.
Yes.
So yeah, that's just kind of like the tea. So Irma, do you want to go ahead and start off first and release this anger that you have towards retail?
Okay. So for sure, I will say I love my coworkers. I feel like that's what keeps me motivated to keep going to work, to be honest, because I'm pretty close to them. They're like my little second family. You know what I mean? So like, I generally love going to work with them and stuff like that. But where I work, there's a lot of crackies there, you know, like they're hanging out, chilling in the back of the store and stuff. And
you guys are like right next to the trash can.
Yes, we're really right next to the trash can. And also we just recently got a porta potty for the store because our restroom wasn't working. I don't know who the fuck plugged that fucking toilet, but I'm coming for you, bitch. I'm just kidding. But literally we had to use a fucking porta potty. We had to lock in everything, but they were starting to come more in our area and stuff. And this incident happened was this girl, she first hit Spectrum and she was just going crazy. Security kicked her out, was telling her off. I was like, ooh, drama, whatever. I stepped out and see everything. And then this bitch decides to come to our store.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
And you guys were like about to close, or
no,
this was like midday?
This was midday. This was still the sun out. Like it was just very chill. There was like nobody in the store, like no customers or anything. So honestly, it was kind of funny because, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't mean to, like, be very, like, bitchy or, like, talk shit about, like, these people because, unfortunately, you know, they're going through a rough time, you know, like Miss Rue. But, like, dude, I'm just shook of how down these people are. Like, low key, like, they're so down to just start any drama and to get any kind of fucking attention. So, I mean, this is the fun that's, like, most recently. But this time, this girl, she was just going off. My manager literally was like, get the fuck out of the store already. Like, nobody fucking wants you here. Like, you're not gonna fucking buy shit. And at first, he was trying to, like, you know, calm down the situation. Like, trying to be, you know.
Like, not to escalate the situation.
But that doesn't help for shit.
Yeah.
They literally want you to tell them shit. And so, of course, my fucking assistant manager popped off. And I was like, fuck yes. Because another manager would have done it.
That's the only leadership you've done.
Exactly, honestly, at that point.
I was like, why don't you do that to us?
I know, right? So finally, of course, you know, she, or whatever the person ended up fucking leaving the store. And no, actually, before that, she had like all like stuff in her like arms and stuff and trash. And she had, because we just recently got a new ice machine because it broke. And we had all the trash, of course, in the trash bins. She brings that inside the store. And so at one point she actually ends up getting out the store, and that's when we're like, lock the door. And then that's when I started recording. And as mentioned, she had a cardboard box with the ice machine thing, and when we lock it,
she threw it.
No, dude, she tries using that shit to lock us in the fucking in the store because there's handles. She tries shoving that shit down in there. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck?
Like we have a back entrance, babe.
Exactly. Like we could exit out through there and fuck you up too. I was kidding. And literally, it got to the point, dude, that she was still screaming to my manager. He was like, I fucked somebody like you that looked like you. I could fuck you. I'm gonna let you lick this snatch, or like something about pussy and all this shit. I'm like, girl, that pussy probably all fucking crumbly and crusty. You know what I mean? Dude. And dude, she decided to spit at the fucking window.
Who cleaned it?
My manager, of course. What the fuck? I ain't gonna be cleaning that shit. But yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
So crazy.
Right? that, right? And there's actually this other story about this guy almost pulled out his dick out in front of like the whole customers and shit.
Oh my God. Okay, say that one. Let's say it.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically,
we want to listen to everything.
I know, right? So you already know, like, people just walk in and we can't like discriminate or anything. Like, our huevos.
Like the work that we do refuse the right to serve anybody. If we wanted to, we can kick you out. They can kick you out if they want to.
Right.
But when I've ever helped out like a homeless person or anything like that, I have always been super respectful. At first, I'm like, dude, if you steal, like, that's not coming out of my paycheck, so I don't really give a fuck. As long as you're not disrupting the peace around people or you're not making anybody feel uncomfortable, like, you can be on Pornhub all you want on a fucking cheap ass phone. I don't care. Like, just I'm being respectful, you're being respectful, and you go on throughout your day. Like, people sometimes they're in this drug habit and they want to apologize to people. They don't have a phone, they don't know where they live. They probably know their phone number, so they're like, okay, let me call them or let me text them, let them know that I'm okay. So I'm all for it, as 100%. Long as you're not being disrespectful.
And I will say there has been a lot of people that, like, because I think there's like a rehab center around where like I work and stuff like that, and they do come into the store and they're like, hey, like, I just got out this whatever. There was actually this one customer, I can't put names or anything, but he was actually really genuine. When I first helped him out, he was like, hey, like, I just got out of this, like, I literally had like surgery, like, you could see all the stitches that he had on his head, like, he literally wouldn't have been there that day if like he didn't like go to the hospital or anything. Like, he could have fucking died. And he literally, like, I'm the kind of person that's just very genuine, and I honestly enjoy hearing people's stories, and no joke, I listened to his whole conversation.
I love doing that. I love that. I love that.
And you know what,
that's the one thing about retail that I definitely love is when you meet a stranger and they give you their whole life story and you're just kind of like very mesmerized. And not only that, I've had so many occasions where I had customers do that and they fucking like, they just kind of change your way of thinking. And that's the one thing that I do like about retail is that you get to meet these people. I don't know if they're lying.
No, who knows?
You get to know these people that have struggled and they're where they're at today.
Exactly.
And I am a very blunt person. I will tell them like straight up right then and there. And like, I will literally be like, I'm definitely so proud of you for where you come. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard it. Let me tell you.
Exactly. And I've had that happen to me with the customer that I was like telling you guys about. Like, he literally continuously each month, because he got a prepaid with me. And
what goes great with the summer vibe? What about a checking account with no monthly fees?
Chime is a refreshing way to handle your money.
With no monthly fees, no maintenance fee, or a minimum fee, it's how banking should be.
And when you need to access your money, you can do so fee-free at more than 600,000 network ATMs at many locations like most Walgreens, 7-Elevens, and CVS.
You can also send money to anyone, even if they don't have Chime. Fee for you and no cash out fee for them.
No vibe killing fees.
Sign up for Chime today and it only takes 2 minutes and it doesn't affect your credit score.
Get started with chime.com/LTP.
Once again, that's chime.com/LTP. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by the debit card issued Bankrop Bank or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC out of network ATM withdrawal fees apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven location and at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Other fees such as third-party and cash deposit fees may apply.
He just continuously comes and he just continues paying his bill, and each time that I see him, dude, like
he looks better.
He looks better and better and better. That's like good. You could just see more of a smile in his face. Like whenever he walks in, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like, and sometimes he waits for me and like, you know, but unfortunately if we get busy, like I can't and stuff, but like whatever, you know what I mean? It's just great. There's always those good stories, but unfortunately with there's a
lot more bad than good, you know?
100%. But unfortunately with this person, it was a busy day. They just came in and was just starting to use the phone. A couple of us came up to him and we were like, hey, need help? No. Okay, good. Hey, sir, you only have a few minutes. Unfortunately, you're going to have to go soon. No hizo caso, whatever. Until at one point, dude, arrepiente. I honestly was so shocked and scared, low-key, because there was kids in the store too. Mind you, like there was kids, there was family and everything. He started unbuckling his pants, bitch. Like crazy. He was like, like about to like fucking pop. Like it seemed like he was gonna pop his dick out, and I wouldn't fucking doubt it. You know what I mean? Because he was looking up shit on the phone. At first, I did see a phone a little bit from afar. Like he was looking up food, but like.
You
after
can't
that.
keep like watching him all the time.
Exactly, 100%. And dude, I was like, oh hell no. I go up to the guy. I was like, you gotta leave. Get out. Get out the store. You have to leave. He's like, I didn't do anything. I'm like, bro, you unbuttoning your pants is already a lot. Like, there's fucking kids here, bro. And he got, I guess, like embarrassed. But like, dude, you don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but like, there's kids around, bro. Like, this is the unfortunate part about retail. Like, you could do so much. Like, yeah, you could kick them out and stuff, but then you're risking yourself. Because what if they have like a fucking knife? What if they have a taser? What if they have something and the chingas? I don't get paid enough for that shit.
Yeah, no, really.
What the fuck?
Really though. No, yeah, and definitely, it's just so crazy. That literally just reminded me. You know how I was just telling you guys about like, okay, look, I'm just gonna set it straight like this, okay?
Right.
I used to work for Panera Bread, and I will never go back there again, okay?
There we go.
When I used to work at Panera Bread, I was kind of excited to work there because it was like my first ever like fast food restaurant. Right. They had a lot of stupid ass fucking like. I just feel like they were there for the amount of money that you were getting paid. You were expected to do way too much. Yeah. Like, first of all, the food had to come out in less than 5 minutes. Girl! I was like, what the fuck? And if it did come out in 5 minutes, you would have a conversation. You would have like get written up or something like that. But here was my problem. I had 3 people that were teaching me. So, and the reason why I had 3 people teaching me was because they weren't organized. Right. Okay. So there was one night where I was opening up the shift, and mind you, I worked for the Panera Bread near Disneyland. Okay. Oh, so it was super fucking busy. I knew we were gonna have a rush in the morning. Like, I just knew all of that. Okay. Yeah. So the first things first, the lady's teaching me. She's super quick, and I'm super quick on my motherfucking feet. So I don't have a problem with that. So she's like, okay, go clean the windows. I go clean the windows. And she stares me down, and I go, is there a problem? She's like, you're cleaning the windows wrong. And I was like, what? She's like, you have to go the opposite way. I'm like, what? I literally said, what? And she's like, you're so dumb. I don't understand why you're doing it like that. And I was like, I was so flabbergasted about what she said to me that I kind of just like took a step back, and I was like, I'm about to beat this bitch up. So I just kind of like took a step back, and I was like, you know what? I'm new to this job. She says that she's been here forever. Maybe she's correct. Like, maybe I just learned something new. Right. Okay, so I just kind of continued cleaning the thingy, and then the next day the manager pulls me to the side and she goes, hey, like, just letting you know that she's not gonna be here tomorrow or for a while. So I am gonna have you opening. Do you already know how to open? And I was like, you know what? I'm really good at memorizing things. I'm really good on my feet. So I know I can do this. So I did it. Okay. So the next morning I open up, and there was a guy there that was already being super extremely rude to me. I was asking him like basic stuff like, hey, where's this? Hey, where's that? Hey, where's this? And he just kind of seemed annoyed. I understand you're working, but you don't have to be disrespectful to me. I'm not being disrespectful to you. At the end of the day, if we're co-workers, we have to be good. Because if you want to be on my bad side, I can be on your bad side. I can make it a living hell way worse than what you're trying to make it. 100%. So I'm taking out the cookies and stuff like that. Now I know this is my fault, but he was still being an asshole about it. So I kind of told him shit afterwards. Anyways, okay. So I'm jumping the gun here. So I'm taking out the cookies, and when we take out the cookies, we take out the trays and we put them on top. So I'm taking out the cookies and I'm putting them away, taking out the cookies, and I'm already done with everything. But I'm like, oh, he's probably still baking some cookies because there's a section that was missing. Right. So I see him, and he's all getting ready to like, you know, leave. And I'm like, hey, we're missing cookies. Are they in the oven? Like, are they ready? And he's like, what cookies? I made them all earlier. And I was like, no, I was like, there's no cookies here. And he's like, I literally made them earlier. Did you look everywhere? I was like, I literally took all the cookies out. And he was already making me feel so nervous and like anxiety attack, like I did something wrong. Right. So I started attacking him too. So he goes, did you not fucking like get the cookies? I literally left them for you right there. So we're looking for them, both of them. We're both looking for them. And since I was putting the trays on top, I totally forgot to take out the tray from the top. So I squished all the cookies from the top. So I know it was my fault. So I told him straight up, I was like, look, I apologize. I totally forgot. It's super early. This is my first time opening. Like, I knew it. He's like, you're so fucking stupid. I don't understand why they even let you open. I was already having like so much anxiety. I was already having so much like it was already my fault. Like, I just couldn't take this energy in there. I was like, you know what? I literally said, I was like, you know what? You don't need to be disrespectful to me at all. I was like, I understand if you're frustrated or whatever it is, but there's no need for you to call me that. Exactly. And he looks at me, he's like, what? You are? And I was like, well, then you're fucking stupid for not fucking letting me know. And I was like, fuck you. I literally took all the cookies and I just fucking threw them out. And he left. And he talked to the manager. And I told the manager, I was like, look, he's being fucking disrespectful. The reason why I say this story is because when we go into a retail job, we are expected to know these things and we're not. Like, we still need to be trained. And I hate the fact that I was let out onto the floor without being trained properly.
Exactly.
And then not only that, that day I was already even more frustrated because they were like, hey, we got a new hire, you're gonna have to train them. And I was like,
bitch, you're all barely training me.
And I go, well, are you guys gonna pay me more? He's like, no, I'll give you a free food. And I was like,
wait, so you still had to pay for your own food?
Well, yeah, I had a 10% discount. That's it.
What the fuck? Wait, hold up. If you're gonna be working at a food restaurant,
you should at least get like free food, right?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Or like a higher discount.
Yeah, at least. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that journey kind of just made me want to go ahead and say, fuck the fast food industry. I will never work for the fast food industry again. And if you work for the fast food industry and you enjoy it,
good for you.
Good for you. You had a really good experience.
If that's like what's making you your money and you don't care about the conditions, I mean, do you, boo? Because honestly, like, we got shit to pay, you know?
Yeah,
like,
100%. But I will never work there again.
Exactly. Just never forget your value at work. If they're really treating you like shit and you know it.
And one thing that I've learned and Irma's currently learning is that at the end of the day, we have to step up to these people because what are they going to do? The worst thing that they can do is fire you.
Yeah.
And if they fire you for something that you know you didn't do wrong, you sue them. Don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, this company doesn't give a fuck about you. So why the fuck do you give a fuck about the company?
Exactly. And the thing is, like, I was going to say that. People get scared to sue companies because they're scared that if they're going to apply to a new job, it's going to show up on their record, all this shit. But at the end of the day, bro, like, that shouldn't matter. And that's basically discrimination from the other companies if they're really not going to hire you from that. So, like, don't be scared, sweetie. Yeah. I'm here trying to get back on that lawsuit shit that I had previously. So I'm trying to get my bank. But yeah, so honestly, like, fast food workplaces, honestly, I would say is for sure the worst. But nothing will ever top off of having the shittiest manager. Yeah.
Especially when you work for a commission-based job. I feel like a lot of the commission-based jobs, when you have a manager like that, they feel so entitled to be like, the only reason why I'm doing this is so you can make the most amount of money. You know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, your money, the money that you make is making their paycheck.
Yes.
So that's why managers, especially commission-based, are always on your fucking ass. I don't blame you. Do you? But if you're gonna be a shitty manager, where is that motivation gonna be coming out from us coworkers? Like, we're not gonna want to do shit.
I've had my share of shittiest managers. But one that will top it off was definitely, I was still working for this cell phone company. And the situation that happened was, okay, look. So let me just like break it down. So you guys, in a commission-based job, you have to hit certain quotas, okay? Yep. If you don't hit those quotas, like, you get a conversation and then like, whatever happens, okay? I have never had conversations like that because I know how to defend myself. Yes. I know that I'm a good salesperson, so I know for a fact that I know how to defend myself. But here's the thing, okay? Okay. So if you tell me, okay, let's say for this cell phone company, you have to hit a certain metric of like how many cell phones you sell, how many insurances you sell, and how many accessories you sell, okay? You have to hit all of those, okay? Always, no matter what, always you have to hit them, okay? So I had a manager that went ahead and put me to the back. When you go ahead and go to the back, you report to your managers what you're going to sell. So you're like, okay, so this is what I sold today, yada, yada, yada. Anything else? So like, you can tell me that I can sell, that I can try to sell, or you can motivate me to sell me, okay? So I go up to her. And I tell her, hey, I'm going to sell a phone, accessories, and an insurance. She looks up to me. She's like, why are you going to sell insurance? I was like, because it's a quota we have to hit. Yeah. She's like, but the customer doesn't want insurance. You could see that it never cracks his phone. I'm like,
that shouldn't matter.
But you guys literally just had a conversation with the entire store that we need to sell it. She's like, are you arguing with me right now? I'm like, I am arguing with you because you're telling me that I can't sell something that I'm supposed to sell.
And at the end of the day,
I'm not selling because you don't want me to sell it, and now I'm in trouble for selling something that I'm supposed to sell.
Yeah, like, bitch, it doesn't make sense. And at the end of the day, you're making your money too.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, like, so like, what's going on? Like, are you gonna tell me what to sell or not?
Yeah.
And then she's like, just give it to me. So she grabs the phones out of things and she goes and does her own thing. She's like, I sold them everything, and I was like, But that's not what you told me. You're not being a good manager because you're not fucking helping me, or you're telling me to do something without doing something. So make it make sense.
Yeah.
And honestly, and she was one of the worst managers because I've had so many motherfucking problems with her. She liked to argue and she liked to be like policy. And then when her policies didn't meet in line with her, like what she would do, like then it's my fault. Yeah. Like they will always turn it around to you no matter what. To this point where I've known that in a commission-based job, I will always say, I'm making your motherfucking money. So if I'm selling good and I'm chilling and I'm good with my amount of money and I hit every motherfucking quota that I hit and there's no problem whatsoever, you shouldn't have a conversation with me whatsoever. That's why I will never, ever again work with a commission-based job, because they put you up to the standard of you have to make this amount of money for the company. I'm like, babes, I made my amount of money.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go off and scam everyone else because you think it's good.
Exactly.
That's not good management, babe. The amount of problems you will get, like, girl.
It's crazy. And you know what's crazy? These companies expect you to drop your life and your family and like just drop your personal life, what you want to do, to dedicate it all to work.
I have to tell you guys about this amazing new service that we just found out about called FrameBridge.
FrameBridge makes it easier and more affordable than ever to frame your favorite things without ever leaving your house.
Add a gallery wall to your home office or send an easy foolproof gift, especially for all the weddings that you have coming up.
From art prints and posters and photos from your phone to the photos sitting on your phone, you can FrameBridge just about anything.
Just go to framebridge.com, upload your photos, or they'll send you packaging so you can mail out your physical pieces.
Preview your item in dozens of frame styles and frame options and gallery wall layouts. Choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented designers.
The experts at FrameBridge will custom frame your item and deliver it right to your door so you can have it ready to just hang up.
Instead of hundreds you pay at a framing store, their pricing starts at $39 and shipping is free. Plus, our listeners will get 15% off their first order on framebridge.com/LTP. Their first order at framebridge.com when they use the code LTP.
Order online at framebridge.com or stop by a FrameBridge store location to work with designers in person if you're in New York, DC, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, or Chicago. Honestly, their app makes it super easy for you to just upload your photos, pick the frame that you want, or have one of their stylists go ahead and pick a frame for you, and they have it shipped to your door as fast as possible and ready to hang up on your wall. Get ready today, frame your photos, or send someone the perfect gift.
Go to framebridge.com and use code LTP to get 15% off your first order.
Just go to framebridge.com, promo code LTP.
That's framebridge.com, promo code LTP.
Remember, promo code LTP. I've talked about this before in the past.
Right.
I hate when they say you have to request PTO. When it's PTO is the amount, if you guys don't know what PTO means, it's paid time off. Mm-hmm. And you accumulate those PTO hours from the amount of hours that you worked. Mm-hmm. So they're my hours. Like, I don't have to request that.
I don't have to ask permission.
I'm just going to tell you that I'm going to use my PTO.
And just expect me to not be there.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you don't put the PTO hours, that's your fault.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, just don't let yourself from these motherfucking managers.
Exactly.
What I keep saying is like these managers, realistically, they're just like human beings. They're literally just you and me. So if a bitch want to disrespect you,
bitch, clock off, and then
no, I mean that too. But if you're down for that shit, no. But like to me, it's kind of like, if you're gonna disrespect me as a human being, I'm gonna disrespect you as a human being.
Yeah.
Or if I would rather be the big person and I'll be like, hey, you know what? You're being really disrespectful right now. I don't like the tone of your voice. If you don't want to speak to me right now, or if you want to speak in front of my district manager, we can more than gladly do that. But unfortunately, as of right now, I will not be speaking to you whatsoever about absolutely anything.
If anything, OSHA be what's it called?
I don't know. What it's called OSHA?
I think it's what it's called, OSHA. But just for sure though, like a serious note, guys, if you guys have any issues with like management or with the stores, or like if you know the conditions are just not there, OSHA is there for the employees.
I think it's OSHA, so like don't
something like that. Don't quote us like that, but I'm pretty sure it's something around that. But if anybody does work in that like kind of floor, like workplace or whatever like that, like hit me up because I have a few issues.
No, but like seriously, don't be scared of them. One thing that I've always said about working in retail is, we have our horror stories about, customers, but what about the horror stories about management?
Yeah.
We have always said on this podcast, don't be scared to speak about whatever the fuck you want to speak about. Understand that we are here to be your voice.
Exactly.
If we need to tell you, or we need to motivate you and tell you, hey, your managers are being a piece of shit, you need to let them fucking know. Like, let us be that voice for you. Let us be that voice inside of you to motivate you and let you know, hey, your manager's a piece of shit. Get the fuck up. Speak your motherfucking mind. I've always said it, like, I will never let anybody disrespect me whatsoever, no matter if you're fucking higher up than me or not. I have a bigger motherfucking foot, bitch. I'll step 100%. On your ass.
That's literally how it is.
But yeah, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant, because I feel like this was definitely more of a rant.
Yes.
When we speak about retail, we definitely get really into it because, like
it's a struggle.
Yeah, it really is. And like I keep saying is like, we want to be that motivation for you to get up and stand up for yourself. So I hope you guys take this energy and take it all in with you, and
don't be scared.
Show that off to the world. If you can't disrespect yourself, how are you gonna let somebody else disrespect you, babe?
Yeah, honestly,
like,
I'm learning that the hard way. Like Danny honestly has been teaching me his ways, and I'm loving it, because
I might be a bitch, but the only reason why I'm a bitch is because I have this front of, I'm not gonna be disrespected, babe.
Yeah.
Never. Me disrespected, babe. Did you forget? Did you forget I'm a motherfucking bad bitch with a fat ass panoche? Anyways, you guys, but that is it for today's episode. Before we get going, we want to go ahead and give a shout out to one of our listeners. Muchas gracias. And don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
And mine is XO.
And the next episode that you guys will see is going to be on October 1st. We are officially going to go ahead and have
just a little.
What's it called?
A set change.
A set change. We're going to have a little cute little things. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
And I feel like I'm like, look like in the Halloween spirit already. I feel like very Morticia, but like plus size.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. Go ahead and comment down below. Come back up, click that like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to recommend us some wines. This was definitely a delicious one, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.